Turn up the AC hot takes. You know what it is? It's your boy Fiddles Jr. Vargas Dynasty going up. Don't act like you don't know. We're the only three brothers that really running shit in the boxing game. You know?
Yeah, I was in my locker room and celebrated my victory with my team. And yeah, Keyshawn and his little brother came in and they started looking at me. It's like they saying something about his older brother, like they was mad. And he like grabbed me, pushed me back. I'm like grabbing his hand. He like moved his head towards my head. You know, got like a.
So you bumped heads?
Yeah, he like headbutted me. Yeah, he like headbutted me.
Oh, okay.
Can I see that?
Keyshawn did?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what happened.
Any words between you and them after the fight that might have led to this incident?
No, actually, like I said, I was in the locker room. Their locker room is right next door to mine. So I guess they heard like us like happy and all that kind of stuff, and they came in and yeah, started trouble.
Did anyone punch you or anything, or was it just a headbutt?
Yeah, just to grab me with the headbutt.
Why do you think they would do this?
I mean, they upset that their brother lost, and yeah.
Have you ever?
Poor sportsmanship.
Nahir.
Welcome to another installment of Turn Up the AC Hot Takes with Reason on a solo edition. Things only went from bad to worse for Keyshawn Davis. Self-proclaimed businessman. That's his moniker he's been going with lately. Nothing business about what he did this past week. Nothing. He's gonna have to repair an image. He's on a long road to redemption. Stripped of his strap for not making weight, missing it by 4 pounds. Then he shows up to the fight after it was canceled, supporting his brother. His brother lost to Albright, Nahir Albright, former opponent for Keyshawn Davis. And it's rumored, like you see in the clip before the video, Albright talking about how Keyshawn and his brother, I think Keon, approached him. They came into the locker room. Like, regardless of what happened, like, who you try to paint as a victim in this scenario, if you try to say Keyshawn really wasn't in the wrong for whatever reason, because obviously we're just hearing reports, we don't know what actually happened because we weren't there. But there's no reason why Keyshawn and his brother Keon should be going to Albright's locker room after the fight. That right there is already a problem. Keyshawn, like this is a horrible look, man. Like, how you go from just a week, at this point, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, talking about you about to be the GOAT of this generation. GOATs stand on discipline, real business in the ring. Not outside the ring, not jumping somebody, not back on the block ways. Horrible look for Keyshawn, man. And you deserve all the criticism that you're about to be getting for this. You deserve all of it, because this is not it. I don't know when you're coming back. It might be a little, you might be suspended. You should be suspended. Let's be 100% honest. On top of not making weight. I was very critical about Ryan Garcia, and I've seen a lot of people who were okay with him popping on a drug test. The sport of boxing needs to be clean. Sport of boxing needs to be guys fighting at their weight. There we go. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Guys in the sport of boxing need to fight more in the appropriate weight class. Closer to the walk around weight. Because you're 26 years old and you're missing weight by 4 pounds. That shouldn't happen. These fighters need to start fighting more at the walk around weight and stop killing themselves 15 plus pounds to get down to a weight class that they don't belong in. You beating guys in those lower weight classes when you're a 180 fighter fighting at 140, not impressive. It's unfortunate that Keyshawn did this to himself. He is not a victim here. He deserves all the criticisms and whatever consequences come his way. I wanted to make this video because, like I said, at Turn Up the AC Hot Takes, we are unbiased. We call it how we see it. For about a week ago, I did a video upload bigging up Keyshawn and his professionalism and saying that he was finding his way in boxing. Now today, this upload, I'm criticizing everything about him right at this point. Because you can't talk the big game that you're going to be a GOAT of a generation. You can't say Frank Martin's trash because he ain't like that. Tank had him scared. You can't say things about De Los Santos that you about to get him out of there and all this. And then you don't even attempt to make the weight. So clearly this shows me you were worried about De Los Santos. He made Shakur look bad. He was probably going to make you look bad too. I'm not saying you wouldn't have won. You probably would have won. But he was going to make you look bad too. You were worried about that power. Ain't no getting around it. You were worried about that power. You could have attempted to make 35. At least be within a pound. At least. That's still bad because you're missing weight. But at least be within a pound. Come on. And then the icing on the cake, you and your brother go and try to jump Albright and you headbutt him. Horrible look. All the criticisms that Keyshawn's about to get, he deserves. So, but yeah, man. So that's I wanted to touch a little bit about, you know, the Keyshawn Davis situation. Now, before we get out of here, I want to talk a little bit about Abdullah Mason. This young brother is 19-0 with 17 knockouts.
Just measuring out Nakatila. Trying to land that shot. That straight leg stiffened the legs of Jeremiah Nakatila.
That's the beauty about Abdullah Mason.
He's in the pocket.
Yes.
He's in the danger zone because he says, if I'm in danger, you're in more danger. There's that left hook from Abdullah Mason. Referee Chris Flores.
Southpaw. He's very skilled. He's got power. Every time I see him, he looks great in the ring. And a lot of the times when these younger fighters are on the come up and they're you know, building up their resume and things like that and their record, the people they're fighting, they're just head and shoulders more talented, more skilled, more power. You know, in every category, they're normally just, they outclass their fighter that they're fighting against in every way. And with Abdullah Mason, that's absolutely true with everyone he's been fighting. He's head and shoulders, talent-wise, skill-wise, power, all that, above everyone he's been in the ring with so far. But you see the skill. You see the precision with what he's doing in there. He's got great movement in the ring. He doesn't run around. He stays on the offensive. He throws his jab. He throws power shots. He throws combinations. He applies the pressure. As you can see in the clip that he had with Nakatila, he hurt him. And one thing I liked about when he hurt Nakatila is he ain't just hurt him and then like run in there recklessly to try to finish the job. He hurt Nakatila and then calculated how he was going to finish him. He hurt him and started to stalk him. He didn't burn himself out. He didn't punch himself out trying to get the stoppage. So that's one thing. I wanted to talk a little bit about Abdullah Mason before we get out of here, because this young brother just might be him. He might be what Keyshawn Davis was saying he was so confident in becoming, which is the GOAT of a generation. Abdullah Mason, young, but he's got a lot of skills and he's got a lot of opportunity. And I think this kid, this young man, is going to be a problem for anybody and everybody near his weight class. That means a weight class up and even a weight class below it. Anywhere in that range, you might be in trouble and you might be on Abdullah Mason's hit list and his radar. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about Abdullah Mason before we get out of here. Make this a little 2-topic video, you know. So, man, he he definitely got a bright future ahead of him, and I'm definitely going to be following his career more. We're going to talk about Abdullah Mason a lot more around here. He looked great, strong, stops Nakatila, 19-0 with 17 knockouts. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Abdullah Mason, you know, along with Keyshawn in this video. So until next time, this has been Reason. Turn up the AC Hot Takes. Let me know what you think about the whole Keyshawn Davis situation, and, you know, him and his brother jumping somebody. You know, that's definitely, you know, jumping Albright. That's just doesn't belong in the sport of boxing. I expect Keyshawn Davis to be suspended. Some sort of disciplinary action, because this stuff cannot happen in boxing. This is a business. This is professionals fighting in the ring. This is not kicking it back on the block. This is not out in the streets jumping somebody. That's not even respected by real ones out in the street. You jumping somebody for no reason. So it sure as heck ain't gonna be respected in the boxing world. So let me know what you think should happen with Keyshawn. He's been stripped. He came out and apologized, but, you know, the damage has already been done. And on top of that, Abdullah Mason gets a stoppage. Looks great. 19-0, 17 knockouts, man. Talk to me. What you want to see from Abdullah Mason next? And what do you think's coming from Keyshawn next, man? Let me know. Talk to me. Reason. Turn up the AC Hot Takes. Route.